What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Dan Reacts. I'm Dan. This is my reaction channel. I am here with the super excited Addie. How's it going? I kind of had an accent there. Super excited Addie.
It's going. How are you?
I'm very good. I'm very happy to be here. We did 6 full episodes yesterday, which just cheers to us.
Cheers to us. We hammered those out.
6 episodes of Game of Thrones. Got it done.
Got some sleep.
Got some good rest. Slept in. Now we're here. It's Sunday. We're here for the last 4 episodes.
I'm very not rolling my eyes. I literally, this eye is acting up. Okay, sorry.
Very anxious for you to see what we got coming. The first 6 episodes have been pretty eventful. What would you say so far has been the biggest takeaway besides Hodor?
If I think about it, it's like every single moment. There's a moment from probably every episode that is a huge takeaway. The Jon and Sansa, the Theon and Sansa, there's the Lannisters kind of breaking apart. It's been a roller coaster.
So going into these 4 episodes, I mean, Arya has got to figure out some shit. She's got to figure out a way to...
She did all this just to be like, never mind.
I know, when she sailed to Braavos, it was such a starting a new journey for it to be like, no, this is not what I really wanted to do.
No, never mind.
And now she's got the Waif after her, which is just not somebody I would want after me. She seems like a crazy bitch. She seems like she's got some issues.
Definitely. I don't know what... Arya's always in just, sticky situations.
She's always, slightly in trouble.
Yeah.
At all times. Never been, fully good.
She's really just been by herself, too, which is crazy. Every other character, I feel like, has
at least one person.
Been around other people or, been around people that they know, even if they don't like them or whatever. Arya's really just been alone.
She's just been kicking it. By herself in Braavos.
Good for her, I guess.
She's probably the most, independent character.
Yeah, she's
next to Tyrion,
self-sufficient,
who had to cross the sea and shit like that. But and then Marjorie and Tommen really need to
I have no idea what
they need to get some shit figured out.
Yeah, I don't know what. I'm surprised at Marjorie's plan. I understand it to a point, but I'm like, that's enough.
Yeah,
that's enough.
And hopefully Lady Olenna could maybe be like, hey,
what the fuck?
Remember me? Your family, your grandma?
We're not like this, so I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah. I'm really excited to get into this, so I think we should not waste any more time. Let's do one more cheers before we start this episode. This cheers is to the many people we've lost this season so far. Osha, Hodor. Let's think about it for a second, because there's definitely more than that. We've
lost the dads that we don't care about.
We've lost a number of dads. This is the season of dads.
We lost
dead dads.
Jon, and then he came back.
He's alive.
It's really the season of characters coming back from the dead.
Yeah, right? Because then Benjen,
Jon, that's it. But that's a lot for...
they came back from the dead.
That's a lot.
I would love to see a spin-off series with just what the fuck Benjen did for 6 seasons.
Yeah, what have you been up to, buddy?
Just running around on your horse with a flaming cannonball.
Yeah, what have you... Yeah. I mean, he's probably got some stories to tell.
Any hope for Lancel?
Any hope for Lancel? I hope he dies. He has annoyed me since day 1, and he has only gotten more annoying.
The dad really wants him to be safe.
Sucks. I don't care.
Okay. The other thing that we didn't really, we were like, whoa, when it happened, but we didn't bring it up, was the children and their whole shit with the creating of the White Walkers.
Yeah.
A lot of questions surrounding those people that we need answers to.
Yeah, literally no idea what they are.
So the other thing about Hodor's whole scene that's really sad is that's also the extinction of the Children of the Forest, because she was the final one. So it's whoa, this whole race that was the oldest race is now gone, which is a pretty big deal. In that moment, it kind of gets overshadowed because of
she's
Hodor.
Sacrificing herself and then whatever, but... Yeah, that's true. I didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
I didn't know if there were any others.
To our knowledge, no. To our knowledge, that was it.
Those were
the ones, yeah, so.
Well, and the tree, that whole tree that seems very deeply magical.
Is kind of gone now.
At least very damaged. Mm-hmm. So, sad.
And that was a really cool shot when the Raven did die, how the moment the Night King slashes him, in the vision you see him in the
black dust.
All right, so Let's get into it. Game of Thrones, Season 6, Episode 7.
I feel like every time I see Peaceful Town now, I'm like, they're about to get, like, ransacked.
Yeah, son. Oh, Jesse, please.
Oh. Damn. What? Characters coming back from the dead. It's the season of characters coming back from the dead. I'm so happy to see him.
We never saw his dad.
No body, no crime. That's so true.
Cheers.
Cheers.
To the Hound.
To the Hound. Maybe he'll find Arya again. They'll be back together. This little town looks so adorable. They're all so happy.
When I found you, I thought you'd been dead for days. I was going to give you a proper burial, and then you coughed. Nearly shit myself. What kept you going?
Hate. You didn't know me back in my time. If the gods are real, why haven't they punished me?
They have.
I was gonna say, like, I mean, you almost died. So
Yeah.
it's pretty.
It's good to see him so, like, kind of not remorseful, but like he's so self-aware of the person he was.
For years, I pretended to love the poor, the afflicted. The desires that once drove me no longer do.
Congress does not require desire on the woman's part, only patience.
Sometimes the true path is hard to find.
But you've made great progress. I only pray your grandmother follows your lead.
Like, was that a threat?
You must teach her the new way, or I fear for her safety, body and soul.
Okay, now you're going way too fucking far,
Like,
Hesperro.
you're threatening Olenna?
I want to speak with you alone.
Subto Unella has been my true friend and counselor.
Oh, this is madness. What about your brother? What mercy did they show him?
Loris's only hope is to confess his crimes and repent.
You will leave for Highgarden today. There is no law that says you must stay here.
I am the queen. It is my duty to serve my husband, the king.
Oh, God. Hating this.
But you should leave, grandmother. Your place is at home. Go home.
Something just happened there.
I'll see you soon, my dear.
Shall we pray?
What does that mean?
So their sigil is like a thorn, or thorn of roses, and so basically she's saying like, grandmother, I am here. I am saving your life.
Faking it.
Yeah. So that's good.
Yeah.
Marjorie's somewhat not actually doing what she's saying.
I mean, it's impressive. I said that in the last video that I'm like, I think she's just like trying to get her brother out, but I didn't know like what the plan was. I still don't know what the plan is.
Yeah.
But it's a good sign.
I heard you were leaving King's Landing. Your grandson is still a prisoner. You'll leave him rotting in a cell.
Loris rots in a cell because of you. Our two ancient houses face collapse because of you and your stupidity.
I made a terrible mistake. I carry it with me every single day.
Good.
Good.
I wonder if you're the worst person I've ever met. At a certain age, it's hard to recall. You have no support. Not anymore. Your brother's gone. The High Sparrow saw to that. You've lost Cersei. It's the only joy I can find in all this misery.
Olenna knows how to talk. I mean, she just says exactly what she feels.
And for the first time, I feel like pushing Cersei like that will benefit her because it only makes her more angry at the High Sparrow.
Yeah, it's gonna make Cersei want to do something. I mean, she already wants to do something. But
Yeah.
the Tyrells know how to push the pawns around.
Mm-hmm.
Now that is a sorry attempt at a siege. Someone needs to teach those sad twats how to dig trenches.
Someone certainly does.
Every time Jaime takes Bronn on a mission, he's like, hey, I need your help, which always turns into, you need to do everything.
You need to do this because I can't. And Bronn's like, go fuck yourself, but okay.
You promised me a lordship and a castle.
And you'll get all three. A Lannister always
Don't say it. Don't fucking say it.
He's like, I've heard enough of that saying.
Between you and Tyrion, go fuck yourselves.
I've been promised a million things. Bronn's like, I just want to live in a castle.
With a wife.
With a hot wife. I don't want to fight anymore.
Yeah.
We have Lord Edmure! Yield the castle or we'll hang him!
They are not good at battle, I feel like.
The phrase, no.
Yeah, like they just don't know what the fuck they're doing.
This is your last warning! Yield the castle!
Like, do they think Lord Edmure, like, is that important to anyone? He's been gone this whole time. And nobody has cared.
Yield the castle, or I cut his throat.
Go on then. Cut his throat.
He has gone through it.
Can you imagine, like, even though you probably know that your uncle knew that they were bluffing, like, he still said yes. Like that's...
great. Nobody cares about my life.
Great.
Nobody cares about my life.
Have Lord Edmure bathed and fed.
Edmure is a prisoner of House Frey.
Let's say I threaten to hit you unless you shut your mouth.
I don't give a rap.
With his metal hand, too.
Apologies for Jaime. Do as he says.
The siege is now under my command.
They're such little wieners.
The fucking phrase are
Like,
just...
him being like, I'm gonna hit you. And that's all it took to, like, take over their camp.
The siege is under my command. If that's not your liking, go home.
We do not need your help.
Words of the Blackfish. Orange of Holly.
You've got one hand. My money's on the old boy.
Bronn and Jaime together are
Yeah.
so good.
Any moment.
Welcome to Bear Island.
Oh, that is a child.
I remember when you were born, my lady. You were named for my Aunt Lyanna. You said she was a great beauty. I'm sure you will be too.
I doubt it.
Okay.
Robb is gone, but House Stark is not. And it needs your support now more than ever.
Whisper, 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 whisper.
You don't just want my allegiance, you want my fighting men. Why should I sacrifice one more moment life for someone else's war?
She is sharp.
I understand how you feel.
I don't know you, sir.
Davos, I'm here because this isn't someone else's war. It's our war.
Davos knows how to talk.
The real war isn't between a few squabbling houses. It's between the living and the dead. And make no mistake, my lady. The dead are coming. We have to fight. And we need to do it together.
Is she not just, like, making quite the impression right now?
She is ruling her castle.
We will not break faith today.
How many fighting men can we expect?
62. Every man from Bear Island fights for the strength of 10 mainlanders.
If they're half as ferocious as their lady, the Boltons are doomed.
Cute.
So that's Jorah's cousin.
Yeah.
It's characters like that make me not feel bad for any of the other children in the show.
Yeah, right. Like, look at how she's handling this.
Tommen.
With grace and intelligence. Put the women in charge. Not Cersei, though.
Not Cersei.
Kingslayer.
He's like, I don't go by that anymore.
Yeah.
This castle belongs to House Frey. You're trespassing.
If you surrender,
I'll spare the lives of your men.
Bargaining with Oathbreakers is like building on quicksand.
The war is over, sir.
As long as I'm standing, the war is not over. We have enough provisions for 2 years. Do you have 2 years, Kingslayer?
Well, that talk did not go well.
Why did you come treat with me?
And I wanted to see you in person, get the measure of you. I'm disappointed.
Oof. He is crabby today.
But if I were him, I would be the same way towards someone like Jaime Lannister.
Yeah.
Like, coming and telling me that I can't live here anymore because his bastard king.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Yara.
Doesn't interest you anymore.
No, the last time someone seduced me, they cut my dick off.
I'll never hurt you, little brother. Don't you know that?
You'll find us.
It's a great big world and we have fast ships. You're ironborn, Theon. I'm tired of watching you cower like a beat dog. Drink the goddamn ale.
He needs this.
He needs someone to kick him into shape. And Yara's doing it out of, like,
Sisterly love,
yeah.
If you're so broken that there's no coming back, take a knife and cut your wrists. But if you're staying, Theon, I need you. We're gonna sail to Marine. We're gonna make a pact with this dragon queen.
Theon and Daenerys in the same room is gonna freak me out so bad.
It's gonna be like Whiplash.
I'm gonna be like, wait. Theon was not the one I saw going there.
I love Theon.
Since it's my last night ashore for a long while, I'm gonna go fuck the tits off this one.
Okay, bye-bye. Have a blast.
He's making progress. Cheers to
Making
Theon.
progress. We're healing.
Did you ever think you would see him heal? I remember a point in the show where you were like, just kill him.
Well, yeah, there was definitely... It was a long time that he was not making any progress. Where are we riding to, Sansa? Who is she riding to?
Seven save you, friends. How can we help you? What are you doing here? Well, we're talking about life. Do you have any horses? No horses. No gold. No steel. You're welcome to stay for supper. But we have hungry mouths here. Stay safe. The night is dark and full of terrors.
You just know that that's not a good saying. When do people say that and that good things happen?
Anything good has ever happened from that? Yeah, no. Hound was ready. He was like, I will kill them with my bare hands.
Seven save you, friends. Anyway, we got nothing for them. Sure you do. You've got food, you've got steel, even if you say you don't. I'm done with fighting. Even if it's to protect yourself. Violence is a disease. You don't cure it by dying either.
He's taking out that anger.
But this is a good place for him to be.
Yeah, he's chilling out.
Mm-hmm.
I want to book passage home.
We leave in 2 days. You can have a hammock in steerage.
I want a cabin, and we'll leave at dawn. See you at sunrise.
Just to make sure you don't fuck
Steal
me
it
over.
and
Yeah.
leave, yeah.
She's going back to Westeros.
We tried it in Bravos. It didn't work. We're going home. I feel like she just, like, can't trust anybody.
Sweet girl.
No, that is... I knew it. Nope. No body.
she just got stabbed in the gut.
And she turned the knife. Sis, that is not good. You need to get that closed up. You're just scared of everyone. You don't know. Oh my. Ugh. Every time there's a sweet village, they cannot be allowed to live. Like, what did they gain from killing all of those people?
A couple pieces of bread,
Like they would have given it to you. He just can't have anything good.
That poor man.
He's trying to help people.
And now the Hound is probably gonna
He's
go.
back.
He's back, like back at full
He's like,
swing.
I tried nonviolence. It didn't work. We're moving on to something else. What an episode! That was like much more like story, except for Arya. that was action.
That was a lot of action.
Yeah.
Very unlike the moment you see the like woman, you're like.
No, that's literally what I started saying. And then I forgot her name. So I literally was like, oh no, and then she was like, happen quick.
Yeah, and it's one of those deaths where like immediately like it looks so gruesome. You're like, oh, she's dying right now.
Yeah, and then she like doesn't quite die, and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah. We've learned with the Hound, no body, no crime.
No body, no crime. You gotta wait till you see the dead body, and even then, sometimes they come back. Apparently,
we gotta start with number 1. The Hound.
The Hound is back! I'm so happy.
Although, like, he is now gonna be on a warp.
But, like, when is he not? You know? And it's sad because I feel like this whole show, he's just been trying to, like, get away from
everything.
The old life of violence, and he just cannot do it. He tried to sell Arya, didn't work, ended up just being with her, got almost killed, joined this, like, peaceful little... commune. They all get mowed down. Like, he just can't catch a break.
And also, like, it's interesting how, like, there could be people like that exist in Westeros, and then there's still such a stigma surrounding wildlings. It's like, you all do that to each other.
Yeah.
These are Westerosis who just destroyed a village.
The wildlings are no worse than anybody else. Like, y'all all kill each other.
You all kill each other in
like,
gruesome fucking
all
ways.
the time without stopping.
Yeah.
Like, it's constant. But I'm glad he's back. It's just good to see him.
Yeah.
Marjorie is being very sneaky sneaks. I'm glad to have confirmation that she's
at like some degree
the game.
Is like playing the game, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's like we've seen like 3 scenes now with her solely with that sparrow where it's just been like she's so with him, and then so to finally see like.
But it's like you have to think, because you know Marjorie as a character. It's like there's no way there's no way she just like after being so strong against the, you know, in the dungeon against the Septa and all of her like struggle to protect her brother and all that, like there's no way that one conversation with the High Sparrow and she's like, oh, never mind.
Yeah.
You know.
Where although I do feel like Tommen may have snapped.
Tommen is not the same as Marjorie.
Yeah, like, I feel like she knew
Tommen
he would follow whatever she would do.
Yeah, he can be manipulated super easily.
Mm-hmm.
He's not very like smart. He's not dumb, but he's just like a kid. You know what I mean? Like he just doesn't know what he's doing.
Innocent,
He doesn't have a plan. So when someone else presents him with a plan, he's kind of like, okay.
And then there's Lady Mormont.
Right.
Who is like 4 years younger than Tommen.
By the horns. She's got it absolutely under control. They're trying to like talk to her like she's a little girl. She's like, shut up. Why are you here?
Yeah, they came in there and she immediately took control of the room.
Yeah.
It was like,
she's
no.
like, no.
For 62 men.
who fight like 10 mainlanders.
And men are men. Like, whatever number you're going to
Give us one. We need more than what we have, so.
Yeah.
Jamie and the Freys.
The Freys are pathetic. It's a pathetic house.
They are so ridiculous. That's what I put under things I liked. Like, not the whole scene, but just him interacting with the Freys, just being like, okay, move aside, let the adults handle it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the Freys just don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah.
They're just nothing people.
And I feel really bad for, like, the Tullys, because it's like, who cares? Like, because the reasons the Freys have that castle to begin with is because they helped the Lannisters in killing Robb Stark at the Red Wedding. So I understand the logistic behind why they have it, but this is this family's home of centuries.
Yeah.
Like, you can't take it from them.
But that's how it goes.
It just seems so, to me, like, no shit, they're fighting back. Like,
this is where they're from.
Jamie, if somebody tried to take Casterly Rock, you would not allow them to.
Absolutely.
You don't even want to live there. And yet, if someone tried to take it, you would immediately...
You would set fire to the whole castle before you would let somebody else take it over and live there.
Right.
Like, never.
And then you have, like, the Starks. It's like, of course, they're going after their home. Like, this is their home.
Yeah.
The Boltons have it on paper because they helped in the Red Wedding.
Yeah, but it's like, no, this is the Starks.
Yeah.
Like, get out. Hated the High Sparrow threatening Olenna. Hated that.
But it's good that she's, like, getting the fuck
It's
out.
good that she's leaving. Hopefully... She
is leaving.
Oh, I never can take a breath until I see them, like, arrive where they have escaped to.
Yeah.
Like,
and even then, they need to sleep for, like, a night.
I feel like half the time, it's like they're about to leave and then they get caught.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, if you had moved a little quicker.
Mm-hmm.
So
she's, like, writing her note.
She's writing her note. I'm like, no, go now.
Write the note later.
Write it on the ship and then send it. Like, you don't need to do that right now, I don't think. And then, obviously, Arya being stabbed. Hate. But she's alive for now.
But she's like, that scene's so scary how she's like walking through the streets, and then like Braavos is such a fucked up city that like nobody's
helping her.
Gives a shit. She's like dripping blood, and it's like no one really cares.
And she's like looking around because it's like, she probably wants to ask for help, but
she doesn't know who to trust.
It's the many-faced gods.
Yeah.
So she's like,
Any
I don't know
could be the
who is after me and who is not. So, tough spot for her. Yeah, really tough.
I tried in that moment to be like, to make you think like this was a moment. And I hope for a couple seconds it worked.
Well, I love that you think, like, yes, your reaction, but, like, I'm watching the same thing. Like, I saw her get stabbed, so obviously my first thought was, like, she's dead.
But I feel like a lot of the times when I'm experiencing someone where somebody else reacts to it, it, like, solidifies in my mind.
So,
yeah, true.
It doesn't do much. I'm like, oh, is something happening, Daniel? Because you're just a little liar with this show.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
All right, well... 3 episodes left.
Mm-hmm. It feels like we have like so much to cover in 3 episodes.
We have a lot to cover in 3 episodes, and in Game of Thrones fashion, only some of it's going to be...
It's not going to get covered.
No.
They're going to introduce 4 more storylines and then end it on a cliffhanger.
Yeah, exactly. Someone's going to die, and then it's going to end. And you're not going to be like, any resolution.
Got you.
Yep. But I'm very excited. So we got to keep going. We'll take maybe a little 5-minute break. Fill our glasses, and then we'll do episode 8. I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. If you did, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button so you can stay up to date on her journey through season 6. We hope you guys have a great rest of your day. We'll see you in the next video.
Wait, I have final thoughts.
Okay. For the first time in forever.
I'm just kidding. I don't.
Okay.
Okay.
Have a good one, guys.